Study section 10. Modern East African drama. Introduction. In East Africa, precisely Kenya, as in West African Kenya, drama is rooted in people indigenous traditional dramatic forms. Aside this, however, the casualness and comedy dominance in West African drama is not present in East African drama. This has been attributed to the mode in which each region got their independence. Objective. At the end of this lecture, you should be able to interpret the nature of East African play at the level of text and texture. Importantly, its level of convergence and divergence from other regional dramatic works. Contents, in bracket, origin. Modern East African drama in English. Kenya, to be precise, is deeply rooted in people's indigenous traditional dramatic forms. It was believed that evil abounds in the environment, and it was paramount to devise method of binding the hostile forces of nature. The enactment of myth about the origin of an impenetrable forest or a huge river would serve to dignify the landmark looming nature. Diverging the horror is instilled in the people. The same way drama fosters smooth communication between human and nature, it was found to be a useful tool for enhancing communication between human world and supernatural. For instance, natural disasters such as earthquake, drought, famine, and disease outbreak requires the intervention of the gods. It was to help combat disasters and to expel evil. Believed that such catastrophe did not just descend on the people without a reason. Their outbreak could be traceable to certain error of omission or commission. Thus, religious chants or dramatization of religious poetry was used to invoke superhuman power forces. These dramatic forms were also adopted to appease the gods and to supplicate for better days. It was believed that it was not sensible to wait until disaster struck before placation. According to Evan Nwangi, to guarantee security and a kind of equilibrium with the supernatural world at all times, acknowledgement of the existence and power of the supernatural world over the human had to be a continuous process. 2004, 206. Drama could be seen as a major tool for arousing the consciousness of this in the psyche of the people. Before a journey, ceremony, hunting expedition, or a war adventure, a religious sage would direct the community. The sacrifices and religious excesses preceding would be accompanied by dramatic performances. In the case of war preparation, particularly among the Kikuyu of Kenya, actual dramatized war gymnastics could be accompanied by dramatic performances. In the case of war preparation, particularly among the Kikuyu of Kenya, actual dramatized war gymnastics would be performed as the warriors proved their preparedness for the encounter with the enemy. To corroborate the essence of ritual and performance, Nwangi has this to say: a most interesting element of the origins of drama in Kenya was the philosophy behind the relationship between the forces of the cosmos. Kenyan people recognize the intricate relationship between the supernatural world, the human world, and the natural environment. 2004, 2007. More so, masquerade impersonating the deities and the ancestors as well as through song and dance. As a matter of fact, celebrations of season of plenty can be traced as one of the major origins of dance, drama in Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. Importantly, ritual performance and all its collaborative paraphernalia, dance, songs, performances, festival religious rites, response or reenactment of colonial occupation, worship, have been the common feature in tracing the origin of drama in Africa. Most instances of traditional festivals in Africa, such as the one described above, or like rite of passage, which involves shedding of blood of animals, ritual cleansing of societies, have always had these festivals performed with enactment bordering on the spectacular and with aesthetic qualities, which shames the same features with conventional drama. In the words of Da Silva, some of the traditional roles like dancing, drumming, singing, chanting, and even masquerading, which hitherto have been an exclusive preserve and constituent of traditional rites and religion worship, have since been employed in secular festivals. In many African countries, the service of national state cultural troops are often engaged whenever representatives as head of state are on brief state visits. 1997, 5. So far, one can say that drama in East Africa and in Africa as a whole evolved from religious rites and in particular ritual enactments. Ideology in East African drama. As earlier divined, an ideology can be described as a principle or a set of fixed principles upon which a position is taken. It could also be described as a theory or a model which form the basis of an organization, a government, or even a political system. By implication, an ideologue is a person who believes in or is strongly influenced by the principle and is determined to follow it. It is in this vein that we shall be studying Ngugi wa Thiong'o, Ibrahim Hussein, and Ari Katini Nwanchiofi as playwrights, broadly influenced by either Marxism or feminism in the succeeding lectures. Ngugi, as we know, is inclined towards the Marxist ideology. That is, the society is structured on class basis. Summary. In this lecture, we have examined into the history and origin of modern East African drama in English, and we were able to establish that the drama evolved from religious rites and ritual enactments in particular. End of study section 10. Thanks for listening.